Hi guys, so I'm going to do a short demo on how to create your own GraFx ignition. Um, I'm going to do another video on how to install that ignition, but for now let's just start creating your first GraFx effect. If you're logged into the website, you can go to the GraFx simulator. I like to use this to test my effects because this shows the animation very well. What you need first is an audio file, so that's the ignition sound. In this case we're going to use one from the default package GraMeet, and I select the power on effect. Second, I need a bitmap file. You can use any bitmap editor that you're used to. If you're not used to any bitmap editor or photo editor, then Paint or Paintbrush is your best bet. I like to use Photoshop because it gives me some more options and layering, which I like to use. Now, I've prepared a small bitmap and I've created it with a black background. Now that's very important because in the GraFx animation you can set black to be the transparent color. So if you use a black layered GraFx bitmap, then you can set it to blend with the regular CFX effects and you can hide certain parts of this animation. So for now, what's important to know is that GraFx will play each line from this bitmap from top to bottom on your CFX saber. So if this is your blade, and let's make it okay, I can't make it 1 pixel high, but suppose this is 1 pixel high and this is your blade, then you can imagine the hilt being here, and this is the height of your blade. And actually each pixel on this bitmap represents the pixel in your LED strip or in your blade. And moving upwards in the bitmap is the time. So in the first second or millisecond this line will be played, the second millisecond it will move up one line, and this part will be played, the next millisecond, the next one, and so forth. So each line of this bitmap file will get played on your blade, and this allows to create some very detailed effects. Now, seeing that this ignition is very short and I want to create a simple animation, here's the hilt, this is the start of the ignition sound, and here's the tip of the blade and also the end of your ignition effect. And I want to have a very rapidly scrolling up effect with a white flap. Now, first I can draw a white line going upwards, so until it hits the tip of the blade. Starting from the hilt of the blade, it's only a few lines, so that's very rapidly. And then I create a background color, in this case red, and I can draw it in. And now I can erase the rest. So I only want the color to appear after the white line. So this is very crude, but it will suffice. Now I can save this as a bitmap. Save it as power on 1. Then when I go to the simulator, I can select the file. Let's go to the place I stored it. I can select the power on, and immediately the simulator will start. Now I can adjust the frame rate, so the length of the animation will match the sound effect. there. That's okay. Now you can see exactly on the spot how GraFx works. So this is your blade, and you can see exactly which frame is played at what moment in time. You start from the bottom, and the left bottom side is at your hilt, and then moving upwards you can see the white line going upwards to the tip of the blade. That's actually all there is to it. There are a few details that you should take care of. For instance, seeing that each of these pixels represents a pixel in your blade, you need to make sure that the width of the bitmap is exactly the amount of pixels you have in your blade. So I've got one blade that's got 125. That's the LED strip parameter of your main configuration file. So I make the width exactly 125 pixels. It could also be just a bit larger. So if you create a bitmap that's 130 wide, then you're good to go with a blade that's got 125 pixels. But if you create a bitmap that's shorter, then it will leave a black spot at the top of your lightsaber, so that's no good. That's about it for the basics.